Talk, shop, pop, movies. Ugh.
Criterion movie summer.
Ahoy there, this is Derek, the Convicted Cinephile, and if you're a convicted cinephile yourself, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel down below. On my channel, I like to talk, shop, and pop open, that is, movies and physical media. Today, being hashtag a Criterion Summer at Mid-Level Media's channel, and let's just be honest, it's a Criterion month for us all, yes. I thought I'd do a recommendation video because, you know, that's what all the cool kids are doing, so why not me, right? I got 5 here that I thought I would recommend. Tried to pick ones that I don't see everybody else recommending, but, you know, they've got over 1,100 movies in their catalog now, not including the ones that were on Laserdisc that don't count as the numbered series from DVD to now. But that's a whole other thing. Yeah. So here we go. All right, my first one here is only available on DVD and Blu-ray, I believe, from the Criterion Collection. It is Spine number 91. It is the original 1958 The Blob. This movie is fantastic. Oddly enough, it's one of my 4-year-old's favorite movies as well. He always wants to watch it. And he also makes our Alexa play the theme song, which is like the greatest thing in history. I actually did a video, one of my very first videos, comparing the original Blob and the remake of the Blob back in the day. So if you got 20 minutes or so to hear me BS about this and that movie, check it out. But either way, this movie is beautiful. It just, the colors pop like crazy on this picture. The sound is, you know, perfectly fine. It's like a mono soundtrack the way it used to be, but it looks great. The movie's just fun as hell. It's pretty short. It's, what, 82 minutes long? I like short, fun movies like this. And it's obviously like an inspiration for other horror movies down the line, like Killer Clowns from Outer Space with the whole asteroid crashing introduction with the old man finding it and blah, 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 blah. But either way, get The Blob. It's one that I could see getting a 4K re-release, but, you know, it's not announced yet, so I'll include it on the video. All right, this one. It was my favorite DVD release I've ever had from Criterion, and it is one of my favorite movies I've ever seen in their series. I'm not saying I've seen all 1,100 plus movies, but out of all of them, it's easily one of my favorites. It is Spine number 51. That is Terry Gilliam's Brazil. This movie is extremely creative. The art direction is outstanding. It's such a strange movie. It's hard to explain, but the DVD version of this is actually 3 discs, 3 individual cases, and a translucent blue slit box. And I kind of wish the packaging was the same on this one. It's like I'm almost tempted to go back and rebuy it just because I like it so much, but that would just be stupid. This is a great set because not only does it include the 142-minute long director's cut of Brazil, but the special features disc has the 94-minute long version, Love Conquers All version of the film, which, you know, think about the time difference there. That's damn near an hour cut out of this movie to make a, you know, production company friendly version essentially. And it's just a pathetic thing to watch. Once you watch the director's cut, it completely destroys the lead character's personality and motivation, and it's like the most Hollywooded up piece of trash you could ever imagine compared to the brilliant original film that is Brazil. So go pick up Brazil. Yet again, another one that I'm definitely afraid will come out on 4K at some point, but it's not announced yet, so pick it up while you still can. This next one I have for you is a box set. It was the very first thing I bought last July during the sale. Still haven't gotten around to watching any of these. I've seen a few of the films outside of this box set, but I'm going to recommend it anyways, just based on what I've seen. It is the America Lost and Found, the BBC story. It is a 7-film collection. Most of these films are available individually within the Criterion Collection, but not all of them. So in order to get all of them, you need to buy this set. But it's a great price, especially now, obviously, during the half-off sale. I want to say it's like $62 and change for all 7 films, which by Criterion money ratio, that's under $10 a movie, which is a steal, as we know. So it's a nice box set. They're not in individual like plastic cases, which I kind of wish they were, but they do have individual digibook packages. So the films in this set are Head, the Monkeys movie, directed by Jack Nicholson, I believe. Easy Rider, which I can vouch for being great. I've seen that. 5 Easy Pieces, I talk, which is a Best Picture nominee, which is one of the reasons I got this set as well. Drive, he said, A Safe Place. Those are the 2, I believe, that are not available outside of this collection. The Last Picture Show, which is a Peter Bogdanovich movie starring Jeff Bridges, very, very young Jeff Bridges from 1971. That is a very good movie as well. Best Picture nominee. And The King of Marvin Gardens. So, if you can't tell by the movies themselves, this is like the late 60s, early 70s counterculture films that were very heavily influenced by Jack Nicholson and Dennis Hopper, Peter Bogdanovich, those folks. So Jack Nicholson has something to do with multiple movies in this set. It's just an interesting piece of American film history. So if you want to kind of see what the American 1960s, 70s counterculture and film was like, this box set kind of encapsulates it all right there. And like I said, I can vouch for at least 2 of these 7 movies being great. So, you know, there's $40 in Criterion money right there, right? My favorite filmmakers, period, are the Coen brothers, Joel and Ethan Coen. And I want to talk about one of their films, but I'm not going to talk about the one that seems to be talked about as often as this one. They just had Miller's Crossing come out, which I just bought in my last video about the Criterion sale. Finally, I love that movie. I got Blood Simple last year. I love that film as well. That was their first film. This one is an amazing movie, and it seems to be the one that people talk about the least as far as their movies in the Criterion Collection go, and that is Inside Llewyn Davis. This movie came out in 2013, and it is spine number 794. This is a musical drama. It's not a musical. It's a movie about folk music starring Oscar Isaac, and this movie absolutely put him on the map as far as being an amazing actor, in my opinion. And it features Carey Mulligan, who's great, Justin Timberlake, who's pretty funny when he shows up in this movie, and the great John Goodman, who's always amazing in his Coen brothers appearances. This movie has one of the greatest soundtracks in any film I've ever seen. And I'm not even a huge folk music guy, but it just, when it works, and it works in this movie. So I highly recommend getting this one. There are some good special features on it as well. There is a commentary, but not by the Coen brothers, sadly. But there is, I believe, an interview with them, and there's some really good behind-the-scenes footage of them involving recording the music and so forth. It's a great movie. It's funny, like, they're my favorite filmmakers, but I can't think of any movies of theirs besides No Country for Old Men that I downright loved the first time I saw it. I always had to watch it at least one more time, and then something would click in my brain, and then I would fall in love with it. And the same thing goes for this movie. I've watched it 3 or 4 times now, and it gets better every single time I watch it. So, highly recommend Llewyn Davis if you're a Coen Brothers fan, or if you're just a folk music fan. It's something you need to see. The next one I want to talk about is kind of a weird one. Since I'm doing a hashtag spoof movie summer, I thought I would include it in this video. It is only available on Laserdisc and DVD, and that is This Is Spinal Tap. Wait. Where the hell did it go?
I'm sorry, Derek, but it's been flipped.
What?
I flipped it for what the flip?
You flipped my Spinal Tap DVD I just bought.
Yeah, the thing is, I thought
I
that...
bought it specifically to show in a video like this, and you sold it?
Yes. But let's check out those margins. It's a crazy world out there.
And
what
the
are you
market's
doing?
even crazier.
And in this economy,
Could you please
have
not
to take
hijack
risks.
the
Sometimes you
Criterion month
wander
video?
around for
I was-
nothing.
Oh my
And
God.
sometimes you make the big bucks. Will the item sit on the shelf?
Or will
Obviously
it
not
flip
in this
for a
case. Profit. Let's see what happens this time on What the Flip. Item number 1. This is Spinal Tap Criterion Collection DVD. Garrick purchased this DVD for $2.25, and he sold it for $40, giving him a profit of $37.75. I'd say that was worth the flip.
Wow, that was a surprisingly good profit margin on that. That's, yeah. Okay, I guess I don't blame you. I'll pick another movie. Right, since my fifth choice was apparently sold without my knowledge, I picked another one. This one is outstanding. It's definitely a more well-known title. In fact, it's so well-known because it was never copywritten to begin with, and literally everyone in every movie channel would play it ad nauseum. And then it finally got the respect it deserved with this beautiful Criterion Blu-ray release, George Romero's Night of the Living Dead. There's not a ridiculous amount of horror films in the Criterion collection, even less that I own, sadly. But this is one I couldn't live without. I wish it arrived in better condition. But, you know, I paid like $14 for it brand new, so I'm not going to complain too much. Not only is this artwork throughout amazing, it's a 4K transfer of this film. It has never and will never look better than this. It's not my favorite of the Romero Dead original trilogy, but it is one that I have seen many times. God, that's gorgeous. And will see over and over again. So you got this fold-out pamphlet inside of it here, and this beautiful, beautiful poster on the other side there. Classic zombie girl poster. But yeah, this thing just looks ridiculous. I love the artwork on it. It's a beautiful transfer. Like I said, it'll never look better than this. They could put it on a 4K disc with the same transfer, and I'm sure it would look this much better. But I would be surprised if they did that. This is a fantastic purchase. I have watched it a couple times since buying it, on top of the 100 other times beforehand that I've watched it. Those are the 5 Criterion titles. I kind of cheated because of the box set, but it's one unit, so it counts, right? The America Lost and Found collection. I highly recommend that one, just due to the fact that it's a fantastic deal, and at least a couple of the movies in there are great that I have seen. Night of the Living Dead. Like Inside Llewyn Davis? Yeah, it is Inside Llewyn Davis. I don't know why I thought I was wrong. Inside Llewyn Davis from the Coen brothers. Terry Gilliam's Brazil, and the original 1958 Blob. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day of freedom.
Freedom offer only available for straight white men who have an annual income of over $100,000 or more.
And I'll see you next time.
Talk, shop, pop, movies.